Okay, class. Next week, you all have to tell a 2 to 3 minute story on something that has happened once in your life. Ring, ring. Have a great weekend. So, Gumball, Darwin, what is your 2 to 3 minute story going to be about? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know either. Well, I hope you can come up with something on Monday. See you next week. Bye to bye us. All right, let's go home so we can think this all through. Okay. Hi Gumball. Hi Darwin. What's wrong? We're trying to think of a 2 to 3 minute story to tell on Monday. Oh. For Miss Simeon? Yeah. How about you talk about the time you guys tried to switch to sprint and then I stopped you? That was pretty bad. How about the time you guys goofed around with the stick and got detention? I think she remembers that. I don't know then. Get out then. Fine. Do you have any good stories on what we can do that we can talk about, Darwin? I really don't. Yeah, I don't either. Supper time. Kids, it's time for supper. Oh, hey, Anais, you came down here quick. Where are Gumball and Darwin? I don't know. We're here. Hi, kids. What's the matter? We're trying to think of a 2 to 3 minute story to tell at school on Monday. Well, kids, we have a pretty crazy family. You can talk about all the things we've done in the past. Well, those are way too chaotic. Yeah, it has to be 2 to 3 minutes long. Well, Gumball and Darwin, you don't have to go into too much detail when you tell your story on Monday. Just cut out all the least important parts and tell only the important parts of the story. Then you'll have a good 2 to 3 minute story to tell on Monday. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I wish I thought of that. I think I'll talk about the time I showed Isabella around. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to think of mine though. Okay, good luck on Monday, kids. Good morning, class. Oh, where are Gumball and Garwin? Sorry we're late, Miss Simeon. Yeah, Gumball was telling me good ideas for our 2 to 3 minute story. Lovely. And I almost forgot about that. Let's see. Who will be going first? How about Leslie? Good morning, everyone. So today I am going to talk about the time I started my own YouTube channel because of my beauty. And that is all that happened when I started my YouTube channel. I hope you all enjoyed. Very good, Leslie. All right, who's next? How about Ellen? All right, so today I am going to talk about my perfect picture for the yearbook. And that includes the story of how my picture became perfect for the yearbook. too cheesy, Alan. Let's see. Who's next? Banana Joe. Great. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I shared a video on my YouTube channel of me taking off my shirt and I had to take it down. So this all started 2 or maybe 3 years ago. And that includes the time I took off my shirt on YouTube and had to take it down. And no, I never did it again. Thank you, Banana Joe, for that disturbing report. Up next, Bobbert. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I almost switched lives with Gumball. And from that day forward, I never switched lives with anyone again. I'm glad you chose to be yourself, Bobbert. Up next, Hector. So today, I'm going to talk about the time my mom busted Gumball and Darwin. And from that day forward, they never made any potions without my mom's permission again. I wonder what else Gumball and Darwin have been doing. Up next, Carmen. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I tried to change Gumball's behavior. And I see you didn't do well. Shh. And that includes the story of how I tried to change Gumball's behavior, and Miss Simeon was right. I didn't do very well. Interesting. Next up, Carrie. So my story is going to be about the time I tried to take over Gumball's body. And that includes the time I tried to take over Gumball's body, then she stopped me. Yeah, I love your miserable afterlife. Next up, Janie. I'm going to talk about the time I'm going to talk about how my mom got her job as the coach. And that includes the time of how my mom became the coach of our school. Lovely. Next up, Idaho. I'm going to talk about the time Gumball and Darwin invited me to their haunted house party. And even though none of our costumes were the scariest, we all had a great time. Well, that sounded like fun. Next up, Juke. Great sound, but that's not what we're looking for. You got an F. Next up, Masami. So today, I'm going to talk about how my dad became rich. And that includes the story of how my dad became rich. Lovely. Next up, Penny. So today, I'm going to talk about how Gumball showed me how to break out of my shell. And from that day forward, I have never been too afraid to be myself. Alright, next up, Sarah. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I blew up the Rainbow Factory just to get closer to Gumball and Darwin. And ever since then, we've been best friends for life. Great story. Next up, Sussy. All right, I'm going to tell a story about the ugly barnacle. Once there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end. That doesn't count. Next up, Terry. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I taught Darwin how to be clean freaks. And ever since then, they never found germs funny again. That's good. Next up, Tina. So today, I'm going to talk about the time Gumball and I got out of that fight. And that's how Gumball and I became frenemies. Well, I'm glad to hear you and Gumball aren't mean to each other all the time. Next up, Garwin. So today, I'm going to talk about the time that people mistaked me as a genius and almost took Anais away, and how Rocky got sent away from his home. And that includes the time people mistaked me as a genius. You actually get a D for that one. Next up, Gumball. You got this, buddy. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about the time I showed Isabella around so I could get in a pageant. So, this all started one day when I was imagining a pageant that I was gonna be a part in, but it turned out I didn't make it to the pageant only because I had to do community service. Darwin recommended that I picked up trash, and I said no. Then my sister Anais recommended that I rearranged books in the library, but I told her that I couldn't be quiet for that long. But then she recommended that I showed a new student around. So I agreed. And yes, the new student was Isabella, who is no longer in this class. And I didn't show her, and I didn't tell her anything that she needed to know. I only told her stuff that worked for me. And then it was the day of the pageant. And that was the day we went to the carnival. I felt super guilty for going to the pageant instead of going to the carnival with Isabella, so I dropped out of the pageant. And Isabella made 2 new friends, Terry Bear and Carmen. And that includes the time I showed a new student around. Yay! You actually get a B for that one, because you're another one of my least favorites. Fair enough. You did great, Gumball! Thanks, Darwin. After school. Oh, Darwin, I forgot to mention in the classroom today that I thought you told a great story, too. Thanks, Gums. Hey, Gumball. Hey, Darwin. Great story. To both of us? Yeah. Thanks, Tobias. Yeah, you told a great story, too. See you tomorrow. Bye, Tobias. Hey, how did it go? It went way better than expected. Gumball's was the best of all. That's awesome.